Hello, my name is Pam McNichol. Hey, have you ever wondered where your beliefs came from, where rituals came from, maybe even why some things are socially accepted and other things are not? Well, I believe in order to understand those beliefs, those reasons, maybe we need to look into mythology. Now, what is mythology? Mythology is the study of a myth, a group of myths. There's comparative mythology, which compares two different cultures, what their myths are, their beliefs. And then there's Greek mythology, which I'm sure everybody's kind of familiar with Greek mythology. It's myth based on ancient Greece. The term myth is used informally, refers to a false story, a tale, you might say. Academically used, it doesn't refer to a truth or a false. So in the broad sense, it's just traditionally a story. To understand mythology, you maybe need to know the typical characteristics related to a myth. Usually the main characters are gods, superhuman heroes. They're usually endorsed by rulers or priests, which closely links it to religion. In the society that the myths are told, usually the myth is a true event of the past. You usually have two categories: the true stories, which are myths, and the false stories, which are fables. Now this would explain how the world came to be, or how customs, taboos, rituals, why they were established. There's other concepts related to the myth. You have the legend, which is traditionally considered true, as the myth is. They are usually, their main characters are usually based on human. Whereas the myths, yes, it's gods and superhuman heroes. The folktale, though, is another concept, and it's not considered true. Usually a folktale, it can take place at any time, whether it be in the past, the present, or the future. The theories on how myths was originated, you have the Euthuism that is based on distorted accounts of real historical events. Now, these events would be elaborated on until the figures involved in those events gained godlike status. You have the allegory, which that teaches a lesson or an example based on symbolism, through symbolism. You have the allegories of natural phenomena, such as Apollo being fire, Poseidon being water, etc. Allegories for spiritual concepts would be like Athena, that was wise judgment. Aphrodite, that was desire. There's another myth, versification. Now these myths, they resulted in the worship of inanimated objects or forces. They worshiped the natural phenomena such as fire, air, to the point until they gradually became described as gods. A natural event or were acts of this personal god. The myth ritual theory, the myth is tied to a ritual. Now William Robert Smith was the first to bring forth this theory. And in this theory, it was described that everyone performed their rituals, but then they forgot why they was performing those rituals. So they would make the myth commemorate the event in the ritual, thus to explain why they was doing the ritual. And that brings us to the function of the myth. Now, the myth basically was established as models of behavior. The figures described in the myths, they were sacred, so they was considered to be role models. We still today uphold some of those current social structures. Another reason why myths was created or how they came about was for a religious experience. And in a religious experience, a person would detach themselves from the present back into the methodical age in order to feel closer to the divine, closer to their God. Now, today, a society reenacts a myth in order to attempt or reproduce that condition of why the myth was established. I mean, really, truthfully, examples of today, Christmas, which is coming up soon. We do the reenactment of the birth of Christ over and over and over every year. Every place does. And I believe we do that in order to feel closer to our divine. So after understanding a little bit more about mythology, the characteristics, the origins of the myths, I don't know, can you see how the effect of our beliefs and what is accepted socially could possibly be related to myths that we was told, myths that was established several years, several centuries ago? Thank you.